Good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Sudip Maiti, career designer. Welcome to Classroom to Boardroom Talk Show, episode number 26. We have gathered here to enlighten you about the different ways by which the transition can be happen from classroom to boardroom. We'll discuss about the hurdles, challenges that come along the way. Take charge of your career and also listen to the different eminent person who has excelled in their own field. Today we have invited one of the great coach and mentor trainer who is passionate about transforming lives. Let me give you the brief introduction about that particular the great person who is from a lower middle class family and a small town called Bilaspur. By profession, he is an engineer, and after that, he joined IAF and served the country almost more than 23 years. And after that, he feels that he wants to transform the lives. And that's the reason he is here with us and create a value for you people as well. And that can be happen without medication, naturally and permanently. Let me welcome Srinivas Y with thunderous rounds of applause. Today we will talk about the master your mind, design your destiny. So, Mr. Srinivas, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, good evening, everybody. And first of all, I would like to apologize for my bad throat. So my voice is slightly this thing. But yeah, since Sudeep has called me, I said I should be there on the show in spite of my bad throat. Well, you have given the introduction, my brief introduction about me. Like I'm basically an engineer by profession. And yeah, after leaving the service after 23 years at the age of 48, I started my corporate career. And the reason why I left Air Force is also because people say that after 45 years or 40 years of age, you don't get a job in the corporate sector. So, and plus also people say, I heard people saying that once you're in the defense services, once you come out, it is very difficult for you to adjust in the civil world because there are two different aspects or two parallel things which are going. One is defense and one is civil. So I wanted to prove these two things wrong. So I can say I'm happy to say that yeah, civil world has corporate world has accepted me and welcomed me. So there are no that challenges which I have faced. And also second thing is I have broken few myths which we have saying that after 40 years you cannot get a corporate job. So I got my first corporate job at the age of 50, 48, 49, and today is my sixth corporate job. So I'm on the sixth corporate job. So jobs are you can get job anything any time. Age is not a number. Second thing is people generally say that you have to start a business early and you should have a background of a business. So I did my startup at the age of 51 with absolutely no backup, no business background, not much money in my hand. So also second myth I have broken saying that for doing business, you don't need much of experience and much of money. It's only that intention and it's that strong burning desire what you want to do. So there are few other myths and also now I can say that you can actually create your own destiny. I'm telling it with authority because I had done it for myself. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. So yeah, this is
Great,
my brief background other than what you have introduced myself.
great, great. So, do you think that exactly so your mind can change your destiny?
I
And yes,
feel
how?
I feel the other way around actually.
Okay,
We can create our own destiny
okay,
and by controlling our mind.
okay,
This I'm telling it with quite a great authority because I have done it for myself. I done it for few of my mentees, and yeah, it is quite possible. And people think that कि ये बहुत बड़ा मुश्किल है, कैसे हम करेंगे, माइंड को कैसे कंट्रोल करेंगे, लेकिन वो इतना ही सिंपल है. इट्स सो वेरी सिंपल to control your mind and create your own destiny. For example, I'll tell you, 2014-15, I was in Pune
Mm-hmm.
and I was doing a job, and but I somehow wanted to come to Bilaspur,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to come to Bilaspur in a leadership position, not as a retired defense personnel, so that I have
Mm-hmm.
some respect and also I can use my experience.
Mm-hmm.
And at that moment in time, it was impossible for me to get a job in Bilaspur because Bilaspur is a small town. एंड इतना मेरे एक्सपीरियंस के बाद, मेरा आईटी का इतना इसके बाद, मुझे लगा कि बिलासपुर में चांस ही नहीं है मिलने का, कोई भी जॉब मिलने का इतने अच्छे पोजीशन में. बट
Mm-hmm.
2014-15 I kept trying for 4 to 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, today I am there in a leadership position. I am the general manager IT for Bilaspur Smart City, so I cannot dream anything more than that. So that way I can say that I have created my own destiny.
Great,
Okay.
great. So, do you feel that the same thing can be applicable for anyone life? Correct. If you
Yes.
can do that, I feel that anyone can do that.
Yeah. Anybody can do it, but only problem is 95% of the people believe that they cannot do it. Believe that destiny is something which has come from the top and we cannot change it. But that is again a myth. I do believe that 5% of the things are not in our 5 to 10% of the events which are happening in our life is not in under our control. But then 90% of the things are under our control. We can actually control it. We can
Mm-hmm.
actually say what we want exactly. The problem is people are not able to, people doesn't know what they want actually. The more specific you are, the more accurate you are on your dates, the better and the faster the results will be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite possible. Not only this,
Okay.
because I'll also tell you one more example in my own life. I'm giving my life example so
Yeah.
that people hearing this will actually say that yes, I'm not giving some bookish language or something like that. It's a real experience. So I was working in Pune as a deputy registrar in a educational institute. So I wanted to become a registrar. And since that time also, this was in 2018-19, I wanted to come to Bilaspur again, like I told you. So मैंने सोचा कि डिप्यूटी रजिस्ट्रार हूँ तो बिलासपुर के आसपास यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, तो मैं रजिस्ट्रार के रूप में जाऊंगा तो मेरा प्रमोशन भी होगा. So I was what you can say, I was doing affirmations, I was doing all those NLP and Huna techniques which I'll talk about, and then you will not believe I got two interviews on the same day for the registrar post in two different universities without applying for them. So
Oh,
that's how
great.
our destiny works.
Great, great.
So all these things had made 2014 I was not the same person as I am today. 2014 मैं भी वही सोचता था जो 95% लोग सोचते थे, लेकिन आज मैं अलग सोचता हूँ. So it is quite possible. Anybody can do it.
Correct. That's true. So, but one thing I just want to know from you. So, how to,
Mm.
because you know that our mind is the one of the great things which is faster than the light. Correct.
Yeah.
So, how you can control your mind? Is there any way you can suggest, you can tell to the people so that they can also
Yeah.
control their mind and they can get the success whatever they want their life in their life?
See what, we cannot control our mind as such,
Okay.
because in a day you get around 70,000 thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Any normal human being gets around 70,000 thoughts per day, and out of this 80% of the thoughts are negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And if that is the state, then it becomes difficult for person to think positive, and you cannot can ever never ever control the thoughts will keep coming. Only thing what you can do is by default we humans think negative. Like, for example, if we say a child to write an examination, if we say that tomorrow is an examination, the first thought the child will get, अगर मेरे को ज़्यादा marks नहीं आए तो, right? The first thing human being will get a negative thought. कोई competition हुआ तो अगर मैं हार गया तो, ये नहीं बोलता है कि only 5% of the people think कि मैं जीतूंगा करके. So by default, human being thought things negative. Now, if we can change that thought, which is the root of everything, from negative to positive, like a switch, everything will change. The challenge is to change that thought. Now, these thoughts become even more stronger because of our belief system which we have developed. बचपन से जो बिलीफ हमारे दिमाग में आए हैं कि हम एक मिडिल क्लास फैमिली से हैं तो हम ज़्यादा पैसे कमा नहीं सकते बिकॉज ज़्यादा पैसे कमाना अच्छा नहीं है, ज़्यादा पैसे कमाओ तो गंदी आदतें आ जाएंगी. These are few beliefs I am telling. So right from the childhood हमारे माइंड में इतने सारे बिलीव्स डाल दिए गए हैं कि हमको उन बिलीफ से बाहर आए, हमको वही लगता है कि वही सच है. तो हमको उन बिलीव्स को पहले निकालना पड़ेगा. Once we clear that belief, then only we can do anything. For example, I generally give with this example, like our mind, we are normal human beings uses only 15% of the brain of his capabilities. 85% चला जाता है, कुछ नहीं यूज होता उसका. ठीक है, अब हमारा माइंड इतना पावरफुल है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, if you have a Maruti car 800 and also you have a BMW, you tell them both of them to go in a very, very crowded street. So BMW and Maruti will go at the same speed because of the crowd which is there in the street. Okay. Now, if we have to show the power of BMW, we have to take it to the highway. Now, exactly is the case with our mind. Our mind is full of garbage. Garbage are the people. I'm talking about the streets. All these negative beliefs, the events which have happened in our life, the society which we are living in. So, this garbage which is filled up, which doesn't allow our mind to work at that great efficiency. So, the key is that we take out this garbage from our mind. The moment we take out this garbage from our mind, it becomes a highway. And once it becomes a highway, you can show the total power of your mind, that 85% of the mind. So that is the secret. So I have a framework also which says that first remove the garbage of your mind in 4 simple steps, and then you can put it's like this. If you have a land which is full of weeds, then you cannot, if you sow a mango seed, it becomes very difficult to take care of that seed when it comes to seedling and plant. But if the same ground is fertilized, take out the weeds and make it fertile, and then sow a seed and then nourish it, then you can actually get a good mango tree with beautiful and sweet mangoes. So this is exactly the same with our mind. So that's how the mind works in a holistic way.
Yeah. So those were. I just want to tell about the people, those who are listening to us. If you have any particular questions or anything, you can write it down in the comment box. We'll highlight that thing, and we can clarify your query. So otherwise, I'll move forward with the few questionnaires. So. Uh, which is relevant with this particular topic, because the thing is that if you have to reach to your destiny, so you have to master your mind. Yeah. So how to use the subconscious mind power to design your destiny, and what do you mean by the subconscious mind? If
Okay.
you can elaborate. Yeah.
So I'll just give a layman's example as to tell about the conscious or subconscious mind. 90% of our mind is subconscious and only 10% is the conscious mind. Conscious mind has logical thinking. Like if I'm talking to you and to the viewers, your conscious mind is listening to me. Okay. When you're looking at me, you're consciously looking at me. But
Yeah.
right now, if I tell you to just close your eyes and think about your mother, then immediately in front of you, your picture of your mother will come. So in the subconscious mind, deep inside your mind, somewhere, your mother's picture is stored. Another example to give is, suppose somebody has learned swimming at a small age, at the age of 12 or 13, and after 20 years, he is told to swim. He will go into the water and he will start swimming. He will never forget that. What happens is, in our subconscious mind, all these things are stored in the form of programs. And our subconscious mind stores everything in five senses only: audio, visual, kinesthetic, smell, and taste. These are the five senses. So, when somebody learns swimming, it is stored in the form of a program in our subconscious mind. And the trigger in this particular case is the water. So after 20 years, when he goes into the water, that particular program which is stored, it gets triggered. The moment it gets triggered, he will start swimming again. Because all the things which are related to swimming gets triggered and your body will start swimming. So that's how our things are stored in our subconscious mind. Now, to give a very simple example, suppose you have a horse and a rider riding it. Now, horse, if the rider does not control the horse will go anywhere it wants to go. It will not. Nobody can control it. But if you want that the horse should go to a particular destination, then the rider should be able to control the horse. He should train. He should get trained to control the horse. Exactly same is the case with our human mind. The horse is the subconscious mind and the rider is the conscious mind. Now, if you don't control the subconscious mind, it will go anywhere it wants. Like it happens with 95% of the people. जिंदगी जैसे चल रही चलने दो, कल देखेंगे क्या होगा. दैट मीन्स आपने अपने हॉर्स को ट्रेन नहीं किया, अपने हॉर्स को कंट्रोल नहीं किया. हॉर्स अपना जा रहा है जहां जाना है. बट इफ यू वांट टू कंट्रोल योर हॉर्स, अपने सबकॉन्शियस माइंड को आपको ट्रेन करना है, सो दैट सबकॉन्शियस माइंड इज अंडर योर कंट्रोल. सो दैट इज द सीक्रेट. सो आवर लाइफ इज रन बाय आवर सबकॉन्शियस माइंड. अगर हम अपने सबकॉन्शियस माइंड को कंट्रोल कर लें, जो बहुत सिंपल है, इट्स नॉट वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, इट इज वेरी सिंपल, देन you can have a destiny of your choice and the life will be blissful. As simple as that.
Correct. You first think about exactly where you want to go. You should know your destinations. If you know your destination, store it in your memory, I would say,
Yes.
the layman language.
Yeah.
And start work, start taking action to achieve that particular things slowly.
Yeah. So only one secret here is, when you're storing it in your memory, the visuals and the feelings should be very strong. Otherwise, your conscious mind will try to divert you from there.
समझ गया.
फीलिंग्स दिल से आना चाहिए, बर्निंग डिजायर होना चाहिए कि मुझे किसी भी हालत में करना ही है, पाना ही है.
करेक्ट.
और पिक्चर्स होने चाहिए, बिकॉज जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि आपकी मदर का पिक्चर आता है, तो क्योंकि हमारा माइंड वर्ड्स को स्टोर नहीं करता. मदर का नाम भी तो सामने आ सकता, नाम नहीं आता कभी, क्योंकि वर्ड्स, हाँ, पिक्चर आता है, बिकॉज हमारा माइंड पिक्चर स्टोर करता है. सो जितना कलरफुल पिक्चर्स होंगे, जितने ज्यादा फीलिंग्स होंगे आपके उस गोल में, और जितना डीप आपके सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में उसका ये होगा, उतना जल्दी वो अचीव होगा.
करेक्ट.
और एक भी है, अगर फीलिंग स्ट्रांग नहीं है लेकिन आपको करना ही है किसी भी हालत, तब भी अचीव होगा. आज नहीं तो 4 साल के बाद होगा, बट होगा.
अच्छा.
So that's why what I do is, I tell my mentees to write down your goals every day. Okay, what happens is, when these goals when you see after 3 to 4 years ना जब notebook पुराना हो जाता है, then you will be surprised that most of these people they come back and say sir मैंने वो गोल 4 साल पहले लिखा था लेकिन अभी देखा तो मेरा अचीव हो गया वो.
करेक्ट करेक्ट.
So
नहीं,
that
लिखना
way
बहुत जरूरी है. जैसे लिखते हैं ना, ऑटोमेटिकली रजिस्टर हो जाता है यहाँ पे.
subconscious mind. Yeah.
मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया लास्ट 1.5 years only. So I have started writing my goals on daily
Yes.
basis. तो मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया, पहले मैंने लिखता था कुछ गोल फोल ये सब लिखता भी नहीं था. 1 साल से मैंने शुरू किया और मैं उसमें
Yeah.
देख रहा था ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. मैं टाइमलाइन देता था कि गोल्स का इतना टाइमलाइन में. हो सकता है कुछ जगह पे मैंने ऑब्जर्व भी किया है कि आई एम नॉट मे बी एग्जैक्टली जो टाइमलाइन दिया है वो टाइमलाइन पे अचीव नहीं कर भी नहीं पाया बिकॉज ऑफ द फ्यू सिचुएशन एंड ऑल.
Yes.
लेकिन मैंने अचीव किया है और वो दिमाग में रजिस्टर हो जाता है. सेम थिंग. अनदर थिंग इज दैट मैंने वो भी किया है उसके बाद में. आई जस्ट मेक ए पिक्चर्स ऑफ माई ईच एंड एवरी गोल.
Yeah.
ओके, मैं दीवार पे उसको चिपकाया इन माई सिटिंग रूम वेयर आई एम सिटिंग मोस्टली
Yeah.
फॉर माई ऑफिस वर्क. वहाँ पे दीवार पे मैं चिपकाया है. सो मैं जब देखता हूँ ना तब दिमाग में आ जाता है हाँ आई हैव टू अचीव दैट थिंग समहाउ.
Yeah.
ऑटोमेटिकली रजिस्टर हो गया है.
दो चीजें हैं. What you are told, I am just trying to do that. See, दिमाग में आता है. आप इसको क्या कर रहे हो? Every day you are looking at it. Correct? Pictures को.
करेक्ट
ठीक
करेक्ट.
है. You are every day you are writing your goals. So repetition है. तो रिपीटेशन हमारे सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में जा रहा है बट इट टेक्स अ लॉन्गर टाइम. दूसरा जो एक ऑप्शन है कि जो मैं करता हूँ एनएलपी के थ्रू, न्यूरो लिंग्विस्टिक प्रोग्रामिंग में, we do the same thing within few minutes which you took 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. We can do it in few minutes. Now the secret here is what we do is like we हमारा कॉन्शियस माइंड लॉजिकल सोचता है. तो आप कुछ भी करने जाओगे तो लॉजिकली वो मना करेगा. तो जब हम एनएलपी के जो टेक्निक्स करते हैं ना, सो वी बाईपास द कॉन्शियस माइंड, वी डायरेक्टली पुट इट इनटू द सबकॉन्शियस माइंड.
ओके.
तो हमारी जो टोनालिटी होती है, हमारे जो वर्ड्स हम जो यूज करते हैं टेक्निक्स में, वो इस तरह से यूज करते हैं कि हम कॉन्शियस माइंड को सप्रेस करते हैं. वी टेक यू टू बीटा स्टेट, अल्फा स्टेट, एंड देन पुट द थिंग्स डायरेक्टली इनटू द सबकॉन्शियस माइंड.
ओके. Okay.
So it goes permanently into our subconscious mind. It start working. Anything which goes into the subconscious mind, it will start working on its own. Sorry. So that is how. So there are two ways. जैसे एक और एग्जांपल देता हूं आपको. मिलिट्री में लोग डिसिप्लिन क्यों होते हैं? क्योंकि 1 साल 1.5 साल उनको कंटिन्यूसली वही चीज 24/7 कराया जाता है. टाइम पे आना, एक्सरसाइज, ड्रिल, पीटी, परेड, सब कुछ. तो 1.5 साल ये कंटिन्यूसली हर दिन जब करते हैं तो उनके सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में वो आके बैठ जाता है, रिपीटेशन. और हम उसको शॉर्टकट में करते हैं एनएलपी के थ्रू. सो विद इन फ्यू मिनट्स और मे बी 1 or 2 सेशंस द सेम थिंग कैन बी अचीव्ड आल्सो. So that's how I am coming to the topic that I practice NLP also, neuro linguistic programming in HUNA techniques.
Okay. Great. So another thing just I want to know, so can we change our destiny?
I believe that we can create our destiny.
Okay.
See, destiny, if you see the meanings of destiny from the dictionary, the things that happen to you in your life, okay, mostly those things which are not under your control. That's what a destiny is all about. But मेरा कहना है कि जो चीजें हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है वो जस्ट ओनली 5% या 10% है. बाकी तो 90% हमारे कंट्रोल में है.
Correct.
तो हम अपने डेस्टिनी को खुद ही क्रिएट करें ना.
Exactly.
तो हमारा बिलीफ होना चाहिए कि हम अपने डेस्टिनी को क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. वो बिलीफ अगर होगा तो हम अपने आप को क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, डेस्टिनी को चेंज कर सकते हैं. सिंपल सी बात है.
Correct.
जैसे मैं मेरे केस में अगर मैं लेता हूँ तो आपके केस में ले लो. आप अगर 2 महीना 3-4 महीना पहले अगर आपने लिखना नहीं चालू किया होता
करेक्ट।
अपने गोल्स, तो आप वही चलते रहते ना, पहले जैसे चल रहे थे।
जैसे ही था वैसे ही चलते थे। करेक्ट।
एंड प्लस टुडे यू डोंट हैव बीन स्टार्टिंग दिस चैट शो, सिंपल है।
करेक्ट, करेक्ट। मैं अभी भी मुझे याद है दिसंबर महीना में मैं जब स्टार्ट किया था 2021 में ये
हाँ।
टॉक्स। प्रायर टू दैट आई वाज थिंकिंग, बहुत सोचा था कि कब शुरू करना है, मुझे शुरू करना है। फिर एक दिन मैं सोचा कि भाई, एक दिन सुबह उठ के मैं सोचा कि भाई इसको गोल सीट में डालते हैं। दिस इज द डेट आई विल स्टार्ट इट। यू कांट इमेजिन। सो विद इन 1 मंथ मैं पहले सोचता था कि भाई गेस्ट को कहाँ से लेके आएंगे, फ्रॉम वेयर आई विल स्टार्ट माई इंटरव्यू, और क्या क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे वहां पे, और क्या टॉपिक होगा उसमें। और मुझे तो टॉपिक के बारे में कुछ मालूम भी नहीं है, फिर मैं क्या करूंगा, वो सब दिमाग में चलता रहता था मेरा।
या
तो जिस दिन मैं फर्स्ट डे, मुझे याद है मैं बोला कि यार चलो, सो किसी फ्रेंड को तो बुलाते हैं पहले, एटलीस्ट वी स्टार्ट विथ माय और फ्रेंड्स, उसके
या
साथ तो ऐसे बात तो करते हैं पहले। तो मैंने
करेक्ट।
क्या किया था, अपने ग्रुप में मेरा पहचान का एक था, तो आशीष दत्ता, ही इज द वन ऑफ द कंपनीज द चीफ फाइनेंस ऑफिसर एज वेल एज द सीईओ, ही इज गुड फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन। सो मैंने उनको बोला कि आशीष जी आपके पास टाइम होगा आधा घंटा। बोला क्या करना क्या है, मैं बोला कि मुझे एक टॉक शो करना है। तो बोला क्या होता क्या है उसमें, क्या होता है। मैं बोला आपको मैं कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा आपके रिलेवेंट एरिया के टॉपिक के ऊपर से, तो आप उसका आंसर देना मुझे, तो बाकी लोग भी वो देखते रहेंगे। तो बोला कि फिर मैं सोचने लगा कि भाई ये तो लाइव टेलीकास्ट होगा सबके सामने, मैं कैसे क्या पूछूंगा। दिमाग में वही चल रहा था, भाई कुछ गलत सलत पूछ लिया तो लोग क्या बोलेंगे मुझे। So one day I thought of, okay, forget about everything, let me start it. मैंने स्टार्ट
या
किया एंड दिस इज माय 26th एपिसोड। आई कांट इमेजिन कि 26 एपिसोड मैंने कंप्लीट कर चुका है। और मुझे अभी तक कभी भी, मतलब गेस्ट को लेके आना बहुत मुश्किल नहीं हुआ।
हाँ
पहले
हाँ।
जब स्टार्ट किया था बहुत मुश्किल लगता था, भाई कहाँ से लेके आएंगे, कैसे लोगों को अप्रोच करेंगे, वो आएंगे क्यों मेरे इसमें। अभी तो लोग बोलता है कि यार मुझे क्यों नहीं बुलाया तुमने।
हाँ। बाय द वे, मेरा भी वही है। आई स्टार्टेड माय चैट शो इन 2020 आई थिंक, सो अनसंग हीरोज, एंड
हम्म।
आई डू इट ऑन सैटरडे। सो मेरा अभी
ओके।
85 एपिसोड्स हो गए।
तो वही,
So
दैट
we
इज
have to
द
take
थिंग।
action. Simple है. For
करेक्ट,
everybody who are listening, taking action is the key. हम
करेक्ट।
यही सोच रहे थे कि यार यार क्या करेंगे, कैसे करेंगे, हो पाएगा कि नहीं हो पाएगा। ऑल दीज रॉन्ग बिलीव्स हम कम आते, तो एक्शन लेना जरूरी है।
जीरो से स्टार्ट होता है,
जीरो से स्टार्ट
कोई
होता
भी
है। अब जब
चीज
पैदल
जीरो से
चलना
स्टार्ट होता है।
धीरे धीरे
हम जब
होके
पैदल
रिफाइन
गए थे
होता है।
बचपन में, पहले तो
यस।
चलना नहीं सीखा था, किसी ने पकड़ के चलना
या
सिखाया है।
या
तो समवेयर यू हैव टू स्टार्ट इट, एज लॉन्ग एज यू विल नॉट स्टार्ट इट तो मिस्टेक नहीं करोगे, और मिस्टेक से आप अगर अपने आप को सुधरोगे नहीं तो आगे नहीं बढ़ पाओगे, सीधे बात।
सिंपल है। ये बेसिक्स है एक्चुअली, लाइफ का बेसिक्स है। हम बड़े बड़े होते हैं ना, हमको लगता है कि हम बहुत इंटेलिजेंट हो गए हैं, लेकिन
करेक्ट,
ये तो हमको पैदल हर चीज में तो पहला स्टेप तो लेना ही है ना। तो
करेक्ट,
कुछ नया चीज करें तो पहला स्टेप तो लेना ही पड़ेगा।
करेक्ट। समवेयर यू हैव टू स्टार्ट इट।
या या सो दैट इज द थिंग। सो वी कैन क्रिएट आवर डेस्टिनी, सिंपल है।
करेक्ट, करेक्ट,
हम्म।
करेक्ट। So another thing I just came into my mind that ये माइंड को कैसे, मतलब कैसे कंट्रोल करे, इज देयर एनी वे टू कंट्रोल, बिकॉज यू टोल्ड अबाउट दिस सबकॉन्शियस एंड द कॉन्शियस माइंड, बट द थिंग इज दैट फिर भी माइंड में क्या होता है, कुछ भी काम करने से पहले वो पहले नेगेटिव वाला चीज माइंड पे आ जाता है। तो करने से पहले मैं सोचता हूँ कि ये करना है आज, लेकिन हो ही नहीं पाता है। तो हाउ यू कैन कंट्रोल इट एग्जैक्टली, is there any techniques or anything do you feel that if
I'll tell join my 21 day program, like
okay,
21-day challenge. No, no, I'm just joking, but yeah, you
yeah,
can do that. So
okay,
what I generally do is basically that garbage ko remove karna hai, and then you have to
hmm,
put positive beliefs into that. You can do that.
hmm,
That is a long term process, but if you
okay,
have even in 1 week we can do that. So
oh, is it?
there are NLP techniques which are there, which will I'll directly sow into your subconscious mind. And like in my 21 days program, I'll just tell you a brief.
Hmm,
In my 21
hmm,
days program, what I do is first 1 week First 7 days, I have seven NLP exercises
Mm-hmm.
your for your health, good health.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Second 7 days, I good for attracting more money.
Okay.
So seven
Okay.
NLP techniques or Huna techniques, seven
Mm-hmm.
continuous days has a huge impact on the subconscious mind.
Got
And
it.
the last 7 days, I do seven NLP techniques for a bright future. So
Mm-hmm.
the whole of your life is covered. So
Got it.
I this has become very this I'm very confident it happens because
Mm-hmm.
uh, you are sowing the seeds into your subconscious mind.
Mm-hmm.
Seven techniques sowing the seeds of richness, wealth, seven seeds
Mm-hmm.
of a bright future, 7 days of seeds about your good health. And these are
Mm-hmm.
going to have an impact. Results might not be immediate, but I can 100% assure that results are going to come. And these seeds, once sown, will actually reap the benefits maybe 3, 4 months or 5 months after that.
Okay. Okay.
Like I told
Oh.
you, we cannot control our thoughts. We just have
Mm-hmm.
to change the thoughts from negative to positive, and that
Mm-hmm.
is possible by removing the garbage. In
Okay.
fact, Sudeep, I'm just doing an experiment also with the
Mm-hmm.
children. So
Mm-hmm.
my framework I told you, there are four basic exercises.
Correct.
So what I've done, I am a mentor of an adult tinkering lab. So I have students there. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing an experiment. I have given them these four basic exercises, and
Mm-hmm.
every day they do it for 15 minutes before they
Okay.
start the class.
Okay.
And this today is my 16th day.
Okay.
So I told them, okay, I will, after 21 days, I will just see the results what you have. And
Mm-hmm.
what we have done is on the first day, I have to measure the changes. I first day I have filled up a chart बनाया मैंने about their
Okay.
behaviors, and the
Mm-hmm.
same thing I will do it after 21 days.
Mm-hmm.
So if this experiment is successful, and what I believe and I have seen is in these 21 days, the thought process will change from negative to they become positive.
Great.
तो
Great.
हमारे
And
जो
that is
problem.
very important. You have to be positive always.
Yeah. So if this experiment is successful, I'm planning to take it to a few schools in Bilaspur, where
Okay.
before the prayer, these 15
Mm-hmm.
minutes, they will do these four exercises and then see
Yeah.
the change after 1 month.
Great. Great. So that way our nation will great change exactly. So
Yeah.
that
So
is
that
very
is
much
my
required.
bigger picture.
No, that's really, really great. What I would say.
So yeah.
So
So
yeah,
that way now we can actually change from negative to positive.
yeah. Today's scenario, the positivity is very important. And
Yeah.
without positivity, you can't grow in your life, in your career. Nowhere you will be present.
It's true
You
for
have to be
students
positive.
also
Yeah, for students everywhere,
because
each and every
stress.
stages of the life, you have to be positive.
यस यस बिकॉज इतना ज़्यादा कंपटीशन है, इतना ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस है बच्चों
Correct.
में, प्लस अपने कॉर्पोरेट में, ओल्ड एज में अलग
Exactly.
प्रॉब्लम है. आई एम सीइंग माय
Exactly.
पेरेंट्स, दे आर ओल्ड.
Correct.
उनका प्रॉब्लम, आई एम तो देयर विद देम तो लकी, बट इफ
Mm-hmm.
द kids are not with their children because of their own family this thing, so
Mm-hmm.
then then it's a great problem.
Exactly.
They go into
Correct.
stress and depression.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
That's true. Yep. Those who are listening to us, yep. So you can start following Srinivas. So he is available in the LinkedIn, Facebook, as well as the Instagram. He has the 21 days course, which is really great. So you can control your mind, which is really important. And you have to be positive if you have to grow in your life, in your career, in your student life, everywhere, every stages of the life. So please start following him. Okay. So that's it from my end. So if you have any query or anything, those who are listening to us, if you have any particular query, you can reach out to me or directly you reach out to Srinivas. You can follow him in LinkedIn or might be the Facebook
I would
anywhere.
also like to tell Sudeep, for
Yeah.
the viewers, it's not the money for which I am working.
Yeah.
It's not at all
No.
the money which I am working for.
Mm-hmm.
I am on a mission to transform 1 lakh lives by 2025 because I
Mm-hmm.
want people at the age of 50 to be
Mm-hmm.
healthy, fit, and disease free. because I
That's great.
strongly believe that 50 plus is the age when we have to enjoy our life. 50 साल तक तो पैसा कमाते हैं फैमिली के लिए सबके लिए, और 50 साल में तो हमको तंदुरुस्त होना चाहिए. तो
Exactly.
वो पॉसिबल है जब हम थोड़ा थोड़ा समय अपने अपने लिए दें हर दिन. आई एम नॉट टेलिंग कि हाफ एन आवर अपने बॉडी के लिए, अपने माइंड मेंटल इसके लिए तब देंगे. तब जाके हमको अपने 50 ईयर्स में अच्छा. सो माई मिशन इज दैट इट्स नॉट फॉर मनी आई एम वर्किंग.
That's true. That's great mission. Exactly. So you are working with. Yeah.
Yes.
So any last message, key message you want to give it to the people, those who are listening to us, or otherwise we can close the.
Yeah, my last message to everybody is your life is very, very precious. And we are born on this earth to win, to leave a legacy. And you have all the capabilities within you. So spend half an hour to 45 minutes every day for yourself, for your physical health, for your mental health. Because at the age of 50, you should not have diseases. You should enjoy your life 50, 60, 70, because the life expectancy has now increased to 80 also. सो अगर 50-60 साल के बाद अगर आप बीमार हो, एक बॉक्स लेके घूम रहे हो दवाइयों का, सुबह ये खाना है, दोपहर का ये खाना है, रात को इतनी दवाई खाना है, तो क्या फायदा? बिकॉज यू आर स्पेंडिंग द होल मनी यू हैव अर्न टू द मेडिसिन एंड टू द डॉक्टर्स. सो थोड़ा सा समय अपने बिताइए. अगर आप 30-40 साल के हैं तो यू स्पेंड हाफ एन आवर टू 45 मिनट्स. अगर आप 40-50 साल के जा रहे हैं तो थोड़ा सा ज्यादा समय बिताना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज आपने उतना समय गंवा दिया. बट यू हैव टू स्पेंड टाइम फॉर योर सेल्फ, एंड दैट इज द ओनली वे टू लिव अ हेल्दी, हैप्पी एंड अ डिजीज फ्री लाइफ. सो माई ओनली थिंग इज योर लाइफ इज वेरी प्रीशियस. स्पेंड सम टाइम फॉर योर सेल्फ, एंड यू आर born here to leave a legacy. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Srinivas, for your time. We are closing this particular broadcast, and those who are listening to us from bottom of my heart, I'm thanks to each one of you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Sudeep, for having me here and giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.